Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is MazezRealm once again, and welcome to another very special and awesome episode of my series Behind the Gamertag. And the reason why it's a special and awesome episode is because I'm going to be covering all of the brand new personalization packs that were released on the 23rd of July here on Black Ops 2 multiplayer. And on top of that, I'm also going to be covering the most important patch notes that were released on the 23rd of July as well. So you guys brace yourselves, grab some popcorn, and this is going to start right up. And it's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so just bear with me. But hopefully you guys will definitely enjoy these new camos, because I certainly did. And the first camo that we're going to be going over today is the Aqua Camo. And right here we can actually see that it is probably one of the brightest camos that is offered here on the new personalization packs. It is a bright aqua blue color, and it actually has a little bit of a green tint to it as well. But either way, it really has a surfer type of feel to it, and me being from San Diego, I really find this camo to be really unique, and I really like it a lot. I also really like the orange and white stripes to go with it. It really just completes the look of the camo. As far as the player card is concerned, we've got a surfer wave that is actually a really cool player card. It's not animated, but it looks awesome regardless. And for the optics, we've got the bubbles reticle for the reflex and the abyss for the ACOG. And these two were surprisingly useful reticles, actually. So definitely give those a shot. As far as the EOTech sight reticles are concerned, the surfboard reticle is the one that's available, and it uses the tip of the surfboard as the main aiming point. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Now moving on to the breach camo here. This camo actually has a little bit of an industrial type of feel to it. It's a rustic type of camo, and it reminds me a little bit of the Elite camo that was released with the launch of Black Ops 2 for those that had the Call of Duty Elite service. So that has a little bit of a similarity to that camo, but it's still unique in that it has some really cool patterns and color to it as well. As far as the player card is concerned for that, it's another really industrial looking type of feel to it, and it's a really cool looking player card as well. As far as the reticles, we've got the volley fire for the reflex sight, and for the ACOG sight we've got the rupture reticle, and these were actually really useful as well as the aqua reticles. And as far as the EOTech sight is concerned, we've got the clear reticle, which is also a very usable reticle. These reticles are surprisingly very useful for DLC reticles. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. Now moving on to the Coyote camo. It is actually a really desert-like camo. If you like realistic looking camos, you will definitely like the Coyote camo. It has a really cool white and brown mixture of things, you know, in the camo as well. So it really resembles a coyote skin and a fur-like color scheme. So that's a really cool thing with this Coyote camo. As far as the player card is, it's pretty simple. It's kind of just a dirt type of camo with the footprints of the coyote, so that was interesting. And the reticles, we have the sunset reticle for the reflex sight, and for the ACOG we've got the mirage reticle, and these were pretty clear reticles as well. And the EOTech sight has the sand strike reticle that has a really easy to pinpoint aim point on the center there of that design. Now moving on to the glam camo, which was actually a surprisingly really cool camo. It's supposed to be one of the girlier camos here for the personalization packs this go around, but I actually found it to be really aesthetically pleasing. I thought it was a really nice camo, and it looks good on a lot of different weapons. So definitely give Glam a shot. I really did not give this one a shot at all because I am a guy, obviously, so I didn't think that I would like this camo, but I actually did end up liking the Glam camo. Now moving on to the player card, we see that this is definitely a girly player card. It's actually kind of like a Coach purse. I'm sure my girlfriend would absolutely love that. And as far as the reticles are concerned, we've got the OMG reticle for the reflex sight and the charm for the ACOG sight. Both of these are really unique and actually useful reticles as well. And for the EOTech sight, we've got the Deuce keychain type of reticle, which is just a really simple reticle, and you use the little keychain ring as your aim point. So it was really a useful one as well. Here is the Rogue camo, and the Rogue camo is by far my favorite of all of the camos on offering here for these personalization packs. It looks phenomenal on every single weapon that I equipped it on, and it really resembles the Red Tiger camo from Call of Duty 4. So if you're a fan of that game, you will definitely like the Rogue camo. I really thought it was unique. And for the player card, this one is also my favorite because it really goes with the theme of my Hitman emblem there. So I really like that player card a lot. And for the reticles, they were pretty simple and straightforward. The Rend reticle is the one for the reflex, and the Cleave is the one for the ACOG. They were also very useful reticles. And here for the EOTech sight, we have got the Splice reticle that resembles the default EOTech reticle, and it was also very, very clear and very easy to use as a reticle as well. Now moving on to the final camo here on the personalization packs, the Pack-a-Punch camo is so awesome and so unique. It's not the carbon copy of the Pack-a-Punch camo in the actual zombies portion of the game, but it is definitely unique. It is definitely awesome looking, and it looks somewhat like the Paladin camo that was released for the PC players of Black Ops 2 multiplayer. So I really, really enjoyed using the Pack-a-Punch camo, and that was the one that I was using on the MP7 at the beginning of this video as well. So it's a very good camo. Here is a player card of the camo, and it really looks like something straight out of Prometheus. It really looks really cool. I really like this player card. And right here we can see the reticles. The Nuke is the one that we'll see for the reflex sight, and the Pact is the one for the ACOG sight. So that's a really cool, unique set of reticles. And then the EOTech sight has the Portal reticle that we are very used to seeing in zombies when we Pack-a-Punch a weapon with a red dot sight. So that is it for all of the camos and reticles and player cards for all of the camos that were released for the personalization pack. Now, for those of us who actually pre-ordered Call of Duty Ghosts, you guys would have already have gotten a camo to go with your gun, and a lot of you guys have already seen the camo that was offered when you did pre-order Call of Duty Ghosts, and it was actually my favorite camo ever released for Black Ops 2, and it still is. I really love that Call of Duty Ghost camo. But finally, they actually decided to release the title card or player card for Call of Duty Ghosts, and as well as the reticles for all of the optics for that Ghosts camo. So for those of you who already have Call of Duty Ghosts pre-ordered and already have the camo equipped on your weapons, you will automatically receive the reticles and the player card for free from Treyarch. So that was actually part of the updates in the title update that you guys received when you popped in Black Ops 2 on the 23rd of July. So that is definitely something that you guys should check out. And I know that you guys have probably already have seen the camo, but I'm going to show you guys the camo again and show you the new reticles that came with this Ghost camo. So taking a break from the multiplayer action there of the gameplay, here is the Ghosts camo. If you guys have not seen this camo before, it is by far my favorite of all of the camos on Black Ops 2, I used the hell out of this camo when I first pre-ordered Call of Duty Ghosts, and that is the only way that you guys can get a hold of this camo. And if you have not pre-ordered Call of Duty Ghosts yet, go to your local GameStop or gaming retailer and get that pre-order so you guys can get your hands on this camo. And the player card is equally as awesome for the Ghosts camo, and I really like this player card. And for the actual reticles, we have got the Spectre reticle for the Reflex sight, and for the ACOG sight we have got the Apparition reticle, and all of these reticles are very accurate as well. The EOTech sight has the Call of Duty Ghost logo for the main reticle, and it is surprisingly accurate as well. I really like these reticles. I found them to be very useful and to be, I should say, very aesthetically pleasing as well. So now I'm just going to briefly cover the gameplay here. I was actually playing a team deathmatch on the map Cargo with this MP7 using the Pack-a-Punch camo, and I will definitely be covering this loadout here on an upcoming episode of the Arsenal, so definitely keep an eye out for that, because I will be covering this loadout in depth. I had a lot of fun using it, and it was overall a pretty decent gameplay as well. Now I'm just going to quickly cover the patch notes for the multiplayer side of things here. And if you guys want a detailed description of all of the patches that were released for Black Ops 2 on the 23rd of July, be sure to check those out on the description below. I will have the patch notes attached there. And now I'm just going to go over the multiplayer updates here. So the first thing, they improved the stability when pressing buttons during a theater mode screenshot. So that's one thing that they took care of as far as theater is concerned. And screenshots taken during theater mode from a match on uplink will no longer become corrupt. So they fixed that issue as well when you were using theater to record uplink. Now, as far as weapon rebalancing is concerned, they basically just dealt out a bunch of nerfs for the weapons in multiplayer, and the ones that received a nerf were the AN-94. That weapon received a damage reduction, and honestly, the damage reduction was not for the overall damage, but for the range of the weapon. So if you guys want to see the exact numbers of, you know, what the damage is on the AN-94 now, please be sure to check out the video that Drifter did on these patch notes for the weapons. And I really think that he is one of the best as far as giving you the right information with those, so definitely be sure to check out his video, and that's also going to be on the description below. Now, for the DSR-50 and the Ballista sniper rifles, both of those have a reduced fire rate, and also they have a reduced sprint recovery time as well. So that wasn't mentioned in the patch notes, but I definitely did notice that when I was using the DSR-50 and the Ballista. And the rate of fire reduction basically affects how quickly you bolt back the shot after you fire a round. So that's basically all of the nerfs that were received for the weapons. I think that they were overall very minuscule, and they were something that needed to be done, honestly, to keep the weapon balance to par with all the other weapons. And if you're not a fan of quickscopers, this patch actually addressed that issue as far as these quickscopers that are just like little tryhard kids trying to, you know, emulate phase and optics. So that is it for this video, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the gameplay, enjoyed all of the camos, and be sure to leave a like on this video because it really took a long time to edit and to record the commentary as well. So just drop me a like for that. And until next time, this has been MazezRealm. I am out.